that are taking on the host Clever Blue Jays. Clever coming off a 10-0 win against Crane. Conway coming off a come-from-behind win against Crane. So Crane leaves 0-2 after the strikeout.
First baseman, number 18, Jake Maxwell.
So it's Jake Maxwell to the plate for the Bears from Conway. Conway had a really good, or Conway came from behind. They were down 5-0, and they ended up beating Crane 9-7. And what do you know? Crane gave Conway a very good game. Gave them all that they could. Conway gave Crane all they could get. But unfortunately, Conway came up on the winning side against Crane.
He's ridiculous. Did you hear him calling you? He's playing over the speaker. Can you turn it down just a hair? About to blow our eardrums out there.
The microphone or the speakers? Both?
Well, the microphones, it's when you're announcing.
Okay.
Music's fine, but the announcing is just a little loud.
Okay.
Got it. So looking at it, strikeout swinging for Jake Maxwell. The next pitch to Jake Maxwell is ball 3 to Maxwell. Another update from the St. Louis Cardinals game against the Detroit Tigers. It's in the bottom of the 9th inning. We'll see. So it's 5-5. Cardinals have runners at first and second base. And Wilson Contreras.
Catcher, number 27, Brixton Blue.
Strikeout. So it's Brixton Blue to the plate. You know, Conway delivered the fireworks. Both Conway and Clever delivered the fireworks in both of their contests against Crane. I mean, Crane started out hot against Conway. You know, they were shut out by Clever by a score of 10-0. That game ended in 5 innings. So Cardinals have 1 out. Let's see if Wilson Contreras can get on base. This game will be over at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Cardinals have 9 hits. So far, Detroit has 12 hits. Both have scored 5 runs. It's tied in the bottom of the 9th inning with 1 out remaining. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 3. So 1-2-3 inning in the books for the Bears. As we head on to the bottom of the 1st inning, it is no score. Welcome back to the ballpark here at Clever High School. It is the Clever Blue Jays back
Leading
on
out
the
for the
field.
Blue Jays. Number 4, designated hitter, Lane Mendenhall.
It's Lane Mendenhall to lead it off for the Blue Jays. Very good day today at the plate in the first game against Crane. The first pitch he sees is going to be ball 1-0. There to the I believe the junior leadoff man for the Blue Jays. Either he's a junior or a sophomore on this Clever Blue Jays squad. Clever, like I said, now 22-6, or 22-5 on the year. Conway now improves to 12-10. Crane falls to, I don't want to, feels hard to say, but 4-21. So a rough season for the Pirates. But Coach Stump, as a new head coach, he's gotten four wins, so he's now up to 11 combined in the fall and spring. That's going to be that would be a double. There for Mendenhall is going to bring up Owen Hall to the plate.
Shortstop, number 12, Owen Hall.
Owen Hall, the batter for the Blue Jays, batting from the right side here in Clever, Missouri. The pitch is upstairs, and it is 1-0. This high school baseball broadcast is brought to you by Outlaw Diesel and Auto, located at 424 West Rose Avenue in Crane, Missouri. They specialize in agriculture equipment while offering quality service and repairs on gas and diesel vehicles. Once again, Outlaw Diesel and Auto, 424 West Rose Avenue, Crane, Missouri. That's going to be a ground out from Owen Hall. Geo, 6-3 on the ground out?
5-3.
5-3 on the ground out for
Third baseman, number 16,
Owen Hall.
Landon Flood.
Coming to the plate for the Blue Jays, batting from the right side. It's his senior night for the Clever Blue Jays. We will keep our mic on during these senior recognitions. Once again, the Blue Jays are honoring seniors in Trevor Doolin, Hayden Camp, Carter Winger, Colton Adkins. I don't know if I missed any for baseball players.
I don't think so.
3 seniors at the four seniors that the Blue Jays will be honoring after this game concludes. Win or lose, we will still honor the seniors that the Clever Blue Jays have had. Fly ball, that's going to dunk in for a base hit. That's going to have runners at first and third with 1 out. Lose a runner. It's going to bring up senior Trevor Doolin to the plate.
Senior catcher, number 20, Trevor Doolin.
Trevor Doolin, the batter for the Blue Jays. He was a part of that 10 zip shutout win against Crane. No hard feelings. That's my school ground ball. 2nd for 1. They don't get the force out there they're not going to get the out at first, but a run scores, so it's now 1-0 Blue Jays. And it's going to be up to
Courtesy runner at first, number
Hayden
17,
Camp.
Curtis Rubel.
Curtis Rubel will courtesy run for
Now batting for the Jays.
for Trevor
Senior
Doolin.
left fielder, number 5, Hayden Camp.
and it's Hayden Camp at the plate for the Blue Jays. Once again, Camp has done some business at the plate for the Blue Jays. Swung on in a pop fly. This should stay in. It's going to be dropped by the shortstop, and that is going to put Hayden Camp on first. So first and second, and it's going to be Lucas Owen to the plate, thanks to the error on the shortstop.
First baseman, number 9, Lucas Owen.
Lucas Owen will dig into the right side batter's box. Once again, Blue Jays lead it 1-0. The first pitch will be a strike, 0-1. Next pitch is downstairs, and that is a ball, 1-1. Let's check up on the St. Louis Cardinals, see if this game is still going on. Now it's in the top of the 10th inning. Tigers now have the lead at 6-5 Detroit. Giovanni Gallegos is on the mound for the Cardinals. Let's hope we can send this game into the bottom of the 10th inning and get the Cardinals back up to the mound, or back up to the plate, and get themselves a walk-off win and kiss that losing streak goodbye. St. Louis will be hungry for a win after being once again swept by the Angels, swept by the Dodgers, dropping 2 of 3 to Seattle and San Francisco out west. Cardinals are definitely in need of a win, and even a series win. There goes a throw. Safe, says the bases umpire. He was covering home plate in the last 2 games between Crane and Conway and Crane and Clever. As you know, like I said, both teams gave each other a good game. Crane got out to that early 5-0 lead, cruised, and then after that, Conway just started coming back in those late innings. As a walk will be issued to Owen, and it's Colton Atkins up to the plate for the Blue Jays.
Senior center fielder, number 7, Colton Atkins.
Colton Atkins, the batter for the Blue Jays. Nothing much for him. He had a fly out, I believe, and a ground out in the first game. It's going to be a base hit there for Atkins. 1 run is going to come in. Here comes Camp. He's going to score from, looks like, second base, and it's now a 3-0 Clever lead thanks to the 2-run single by Atkins, and it's now Carter Winger. History lesson about Carter Winger as he comes up to the plate. He was the
senior second baseman, number 2, Carter Winger.
Carter Winger was actually the second varsity starting quarterback for the Blue Jays on the football team. Do you know anybody remember who the first ever starting quarterback was for Clever when they first got football? For varsity? I'm going to guess it has to be Bryce Gelly.
It was.
It was Bryce Gelly, the first ever starting quarterback for Clever football. That's when Clever football came back after, 96 years of it being absent? The pitch swung on in a pop fly. Foul ground. Who's going to get it? The third baseman won't get it, and it's now going to be 0-1 to Carter Winger. Carter Winger also he was also a 3-sport athlete for the Blue Jays. Played baseball, played football last fall, and he played basketball last year. That's one thing you get about schools like Clever, where they have football. The boys can play 3 sports. especially when you have that when they pick their primary sport, whether it's basketball, whether it's baseball, football. Hey, get active and be busy on the other in other sports, whether it's basketball, like I said, football, baseball. Pop flies center field. The center fielder is not going to get that one. That is going to plate a run. I believe that is Adkins who scored.
Scored 2.
Plates 2 runs thanks to Carter Winger, so that's going to be a 2-run double. And it's going to be Braden Birch to the plate for the Blue Jays. Braden Birch, a
Pitcher number 1, Braden Birch.
Braden Birch, I believe, is a sophomore for this Blue Jays team. Got a little height on him. He can be scrappy, just based off of how small and versatile he is. Birch bats from the left side for Clever. Once again, Blue Jays are coached by Brandon Cobb and assisted by Cameron Garcia. And I believe Braden Slauson, is his first name at Clever. As we all know, at the beginning of this season, Brandon Cobb took over, after last season, Coach Brandon Cobb took over the head coaching duties for former Blue Jays head coach Justin Snyder, who's now, like I said, at Miller. And for both head coaches, Miller has actually has a great record so far, along with Clever. Clever, like I said, now 22-5 on the year, so they were able to snap that 4-game losing streak. And unfortunately, I had to come against my alma mater of Crane. Pitch outside, and it is
3-1.
3 balls and 1 strike. There to Birch. The pitch, swing and a miss, and it is strike 3, but the runner, strike 2, runner goes. He is out there at third base, and that is how an inning comes to a close. A base running miscue ends the inning for Clever, and we head to the top of the second inning. It is 3-0 Clever. 5-0 rather, in favor of Clever. Welcome back to the ballpark here at Clever High School here in Clever,
Shortstop
Missouri.
number 5,
Cade
Archer.
the man to lead it off for the Conway Bears. See if I can look back on the scoring from the last game. Cade Archer, he flew out, walked. He had two two-run base hits in the later stages of the last game against Crane. Let's see if he can keep that hot streak going. The pitch, swing and a miss, and it is
1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitcher once again is Trace Barnes. Braden Birch, rather.
5-3 put out.
5-3 on the put out.
Designated hitter number 35, Mason Miller.
Mason Miller will dig in. I believe looks like he's a switch hitter, I believe. If I remember, he was batting right against Crane. So yeah, I believe he was, because Birch is a lefty on the mound. The pitch, swing and a miss, and it is strike 1.
Strike 2.
Strike 2, excuse me. Like I said, very hard to see that the scoreboard. Definitely even harder to look at the count on the scoreboard. Pitch to Miller is going to be ball 1, 1 ball and
2 strikes.
2 strikes. The count to Miller, swung on in a ground ball, gobbled up by the first baseman. That is
Lucas Owen.
Owen. He steps on the bag for out number 2.
Second baseman number 25, Quentin McGuire.
Quentin McGuire will come on in. He's the final chance for the Bears here in the top half of the second inning. He'll be hit by the pitch, so there won't be a 1-2-3 inning here in the second. Clever already has 5 runs scored. 5-zip in favor of
First baseman number 3, Caleb Graves.
Caleb Graves will dig in for the Bears. In his last game, let's see. He struck out swinging 3 times, so after going 0 for 3, let's see if he can go 1 for 1 in this ball game. Pitch is a strike 0-1. So we can have a chance to go 1 for 4. Today pickoff attempt. He's back in safely. The next pitch. Checked his swing, and it is
Strike 2.
strike 2. The count there to Caleb Graves. Big boy at the plate. He can show some power. The pitch swung on and fouled. We also see this Conway team in the fall. They come into that Crane Fall Wood Bat tournament that we have at the middle of every September. That's always a fun tournament to be a part of. Check swing, and it is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Excuse me, the count to Caleb Graves. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As that is how the top of the second inning comes to a close. Nothing coming across. We go to the bottom of the second inning. 5-0. Clever.
Batting for the Jays. Pitcher. Number 1, Brayden Birch.
Braden Birch will continue his at bat after it was paused in the first inning, in the bottom of the first inning of play. That was thanks to a base running miscue there by the Blue Jays. That would be a base hit there to Braden Birch.
Designated hitter. Number 4, Lane Mendenhall.
So Lane Mendenhall will come on in to get his second at bat of the ball game. Jays lead at 5-0 here in the bottom of the second inning of play. This is a Blue Jays team that's coming off a run rule victory against Crane. You know, they're 5 runs away. They're halfway to another run rule. Possibly on their way to a 15-run rule. They just need 10 more runs to score. In order for a 15-run rule to happen, they got a runner on second base for Mendenhall. That is once again Braden Birch, the pitcher. Just playing catch between the pitcher and the catcher. That is Conway. Got to be careful with runners on base. Next pitch is will be a ball 2-2 the count. Blaine Mendenhall started off with a double back in the bottom half of the first inning. He's your leadoff man who you want to see get on base. Pitch, and a walk will be issued. So Mendenhall's back on base for the second time today. It's going to be up to Owen Hall to come up to the plate for
shortstop number 12, Owen Hall,
to come up to the plate for the clever Blue Jays. The pitch is strike, 0-1. Broadcasting world lost a legend on last Saturday. Talking about the former voice of the longtime voice of the Cardinals, Mike Shannon, passed away on Sunday at the age of 83 after battling long-term COVID. If you remember back in the, I believe, 80s and 90s, him and Jack Buck were always fun to listen to back in the day. Take a checkup on the St. Louis Cardinals game, speaking of who Mike Shannon announced for. It's a final in St. Louis. Cardinals fall to the Tigers by a score of 6-5, so the losing streak for the Cardinals is now down to 8. Or is now up to 8. So if you're St. Louis and you want to turn your ball club around, you have to start in the front office. I'd say it's probably time to get rid of John Mozeliak, longtime president of baseball operations for the Cardinals. That is going to be a base hit all the way to the wall. That's going to score a run. And that's going to make it now a 6-0 clever lead thanks to an RBI double for
Third baseman, number 16, Landon
for
Flood.
So it'll be Landon Flood to the plate for the Clever Blue Jays. That's after Owen Hall drove one out to left, probably around left center, straightaway left field. So the Bears are in some trouble. No outs have been recorded here in the bottom half of the second inning. Clever's already got a run. Has already got another run in. It's now 6-0 Blue Jays. Want to know the count to Landon Flood. Pop fly. Foul territory, the catcher won't get it. So it's going to be strike two rather, to Landon Flood.
1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss, and it is strike 3, and there's out number 1. After 4 batters have come in, now it's going to be Trevor Doolin.
Number 20, catcher, senior Trevor Doolin.
Trevor Doolin will dig in. He scored a run on a ground out to the second baseman. Pitch, swing and a miss as he swung out of his shoes, and it's 0-1. Ball gets away from the catcher. That is Brixton Blue. The catcher Conway. Doolin still at the plate for the Jays. The pitch to him. Almost got him. It's going to be. It did get him. He's going to be on base again. It's going to be Hayden Camp coming to the plate. Camp reached on an error by the shortstop. We're going to have a pinch runner for
courtesy runner number 17, Curtis Rubel.
Curtis Rubel, who's going to courtesy run for
now batting
Trevor
for the
Doolin,
Jays.
Catcher.
Senior left fielder number 5, Hayden Camp.
Hayden Camp, the batter for the Clever Blue Jays. Bats from the left side. He's got the bases loaded here in the bottom half of the second inning. The pitch swung on in a little pop fly. This is going to be caught there by the center fielder. And it's going to send up Lucas Owen to the plate. Owen, so far, he has drew a walk his last plate appearance.
First baseman number 9, Lucas Owen.
First pitch to Owen he sees is going to be a strike or a ball on the outside part of the plate. Cisnero gets the win for the Tigers. He's 2-0. Currently holds a 3.0 ERA. Gallegos gets the loss for the Cardinals. 1-2 with a 2.84 ERA. Rockies are leading the Mets right now 3-2. Tampa Bay leads New York by a score of 2-0. Rest of the game, 2 games are about to start. That's between the Guardians and the Twins, and the Blue Jays and the Pirates. They're in both Pittsburgh and Cleveland.
Three one count.
3 balls, 1 strike to count to Owen. Already 2 outs. The pitch is going to be a walk issue that's going to plate a run. It's going to bring up Colton Atkins. Atkins had a 2-run single his last plate appearance.
Senior center fielder, number 7, Colton Atkins.
Another base hit by Atkins can really put this game out of reach. It's 7-zip Clever. And if Clever can score 10 runs, this game would end in the 5th. The pitch swung on a tapper foul. The pitch.
Base hit.
Little blooper. That's going to be a base hit. It's going to plate 1. Here comes another, and this is going to make it now a 9-zip Clever lead. So that's thanks to another 2-run single there by Colton Atkins, and it's now going to bring up Carter Winger to the dish for the Clever Blue Jays. And if you're Conway, you
Senior
need to
second baseman, number 2, Carter Winger.
If you're Conway, you need to get this out. You need to get this last out of the inning. You and send this game onto the top of the 3rd. Pitch to Winger. Ground ball to the shortstop. Steps on the bag, and there's the final out of the inning. So unassisted. So an unassisted ground out for Conway as we head on to the top half of the 3rd inning. Now it is 9-zip Clever. Welcome back to Clever High School here in Clever, Missouri. It's the Conway Bears taking on the Clever Blue Jays.
Right fielder, number 4, Jackson Gutter.
Jackson Gunner will lead off for the Blue Jays, or rather for the Bears. Like I said, the the Bears are in Class 3 District 8. Clever in Class 2 District.
Class 3.
Class 3 District 11. I remember the days when Clever was in the SWCL. Played the teams of Billings, Galena, Blue Eye, Forsyth when they were in the SWCL. Who else? Sparta, Spokane. Hollister when they were in the SWCL a long time ago. Conway in the Summit Conference. They're in with Hartville, Mansfield, Fordland, Gainesville. That's going to be a pop fly, center field. Who's going to get it? The ball is going to be dropped in front of the infielder, in front of the outfielders. That's going to be a single for Gunter. It's going to be up to Tyler Vaughn to come up to the plate. He'll take his
Left fielder number 1, Tyler Vaughn.
Tyler Vaughn, this is his first at bat in either the game is against Crane or Clever. The first pitch to him, bunted, foul. Like I was saying, in the Summit Conference, you got Fordland, Seymour, Mansfield, Norwood, of course Conway, Gainesville. There's going to be a new one coming in. That's going to be Sparta as they're leaving the SWCL for the Summit. Check on the runner. He's back in safely. And with these two teams, like I said, Clever, they're in the mid-legs along with Forsyth and Skyline, which is who Conway's going to be playing, I believe, either Monday or Tuesday. That's at Conway. Swing and a miss, and it is strike 3. And that's going to bring up the batter and Isaac Freeman. Isaac Freeman struck out swinging his last play.
Center fielder number 30, Isaac Freeman.
Like I said, Freeman struck out swinging to kick off the game. First pitch he sees is going to be downstairs for a strike, 0-1. Fly ball, foul territory, and that will go foul. Winds have now shifted, I'd say from the southwest, because the flags have moved. We're now more shifting from the south, due south. And like we mentioned in the very first game, when you get the ball high in the outfield, it's going to be hard because the wind is going to pretty much carry it to left. If you're going to try and get one out or get one to left field, it's going to go foul.
First baseman number 18, Jake Maxwell.
So it's Jake Maxwell to the plate for Conway here in the top of the second, or the top of the third. The pitch is a ball 1-0. The last batter looks like he struck out swinging.
No, he hit one up the middle.
It was a
Base hit.
runners are at first and second for Conway here in the top half of the third. Maxwell, once again, your batter for Conway. Swing and a miss. That is strike 3. He goes down on strikes. It's going to be Bricks and Blue coming up. As this will be
Catcher,
the
number
fifth man
27, Rickson Blue.
This will be the 5th man to come up for the Bears. Excuse me. Two outs here in the top of the 3rd. The first pitch is going to be a strike 0-1. Blue struck out swinging. Swung on, and that is going to be a base hit. That's going to plate 1 run. Here comes another. That is going to make it now a 9-2 clever lead thanks to the 2-run triple there by Bricks and Blue. It's going to be that's going to be Cade Archer to come up. We're going to have a courtesy runner for Blue.
Courtesy runner number 12, Brady Rogers.
It's Brady Rogers
Batting for the Bears. Shortstop number 5, Cade Archer.
So it's going to be Brady Rogers to courtesy run for Bricks and Blue. Archer grounded out to the 3rd baseman his last time up. The pitch is downstairs, and it is 2-0. Next pitch, hit the other way, into the air. Who's going to get it? The first baseman has it for out number 3. So we'll send this game into the bottom of the 3rd inning, halfway home here in this final game of this Clever bonus Saturday. Clever leads it 9-1. Braden Birch will lead it off for the Clever Blue Jays, facing a new man on the mound. That is Jake Maxwell. He took over the pitching duties for I think who the starting pitcher was. As he gets the ground out to to start the bottom of the third. Gentry Blue. So he wasn't batting. So new pitcher once again is Jake Maxwell. As it is Lane
Now
Mendenhall.
batting for the Jays. Designated hitter number 4, Lane Mendenhall.
Mendenhall, the batter, the pitch. He's going to be away, and it's going to be
1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Here it comes. Downstairs, and it is 2 balls and 1 strike. There once again, Lane Mendenhall. And a walk will be issued there.
Shortstop number 12, Owen Hall.
For Mendenhall, and it's going to be up to Owen Hall here in the bottom half of the third inning of play. Once again, Clever has the advantage. It is 9-2. Clever had, and the difference maker of this game was the difference maker from this game was that 5-run first inning that the Blue Jays had. The pitch outside, and it is ball 1, 1-0. The next pitch swung on, fly ball. Foul territory, and Brixton Blue making a dazzling catch there in foul territory. Hall is retired here in the bottom of the third, thanks to that fly out to Hall, and now it's going to be up
Third
to
baseman number
Flood.
16, Landon Flood.
Landon Flood, the batter for the Clever Blue Jays. The first pitch to him swung on. That's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Step on the bag, unassisted. And we go to the top of the 4th inning. It is 9-2.
Number
Welcome back
35, Mason Miller.
Clever High School here in Clever, Missouri. We're in the top of the 4th inning. It is Mason Miller leading off for the Conway Bears. He grounded out to the first baseman unassisted. refresh you guys back on what has happened. 3 back-to-back-to-back singles after the 1-2-3 inning by Conway. Still currently 9-2 as we currently sit in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bases loaded. Therefore, for Clever with Carter Winger up to the plate. So once again, pardon us for the technical difficulties that we experienced. But we're back on the air. We're in, once again, the bottom of the 4th inning, moving at a pretty good pace here at Clever.
1 out. 0-1 count.
One out here in the inning. This is our final final live stream here in this ball game. The pitch is inside and downstairs, ball 2.
2-1.
2 balls and 1 strike. The count to Carter Winger. He had an RBI double and a ground out to the shortstop. Once again, Blue Jays lead it still 9-2 is our score. The pitch will be a walk issued to Carter Winger. And it's going to be the pitcher Braden Verch up to the plate for the Blue Jays. He singled and grounded out to the second baseman.
Now batting for the
In his
Blue
last
Jays,
two-
pitcher number 1, Braden Verch.
In his last 2 plate appearances. Conway scored their 2 runs on a 2-run triple. That was back in the top half of the 3rd. Only Gunter and Vaughn have been to the plate just once. Clever has already sent 6 men to the plate. This is the 6th man to come to the plate for the Blue Jays in Braden Verch. Runners are on all the bases. The pitch outside, and it is
2-1.
2 balls and 1 strike. Recap you on the last 2 games that happened. Clever defeated Crane by a score of 10-0. Then Conway came back from a 5-0 deficit to beat Crane 9-7. And let me tell you, those were some fireworks that happened. The pitch swung on, hit off the end of the bat. This is going to stay in the outfield, or in the infield. It's going to drop right behind the center or the second baseman. That scores a run, and it's now going to make it now a 10-2, 11-2 Clever lead thanks to a base hit, and it's going to be Lane Mendenhall to the plate. Mendenhall doubled and walked twice, so he's currently 1 for 1 on the day today.
Designated hitter number 4, Lane Mendenhall.
Mendenhall, the batter, batting from the right side. He faces Jake Maxwell on the mound. Pitch from Maxwell is a strike. 0-1. Nothing in 2. The count there to Lane Mendenhall. Mendenhall, the batter, once again. Once again, he's got He is walked twice and doubled. It ricochets foul and it stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. So once again, we're terribly sorry about the technical difficulties that we had in the top half of the 4th inning of play, which had happened probably around the middle of the 4th. Not sure about that. That one is going to be rifled foul, and it is
1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Still to Lane Mendenhall. Mendenhall putting up a good battle against Maxwell. The pitch downstairs, and it is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Excuse me. There to Mendenhall. The pitch downstairs. The ball gets away, and now it's 3-2. The 3-2 to Mendenhall. Swung on and foul once again. Mendenhall putting up a lengthy and a good and lengthy battle here in the bottom of the 4th. Clever once again leads this game 11-2. So one run away from a run rule. That's going to plate 1. That's going to be 12-2 Clever. Here comes another 13-2 Clever. And now if they want a 15-run rule and end this game in the 4th, they're going to have to score now at least 4 more runs to make it a 15-run rule. That was thanks to what, a 2-run single. Owen Hall at the plate for the Blue Jays.
Entering the game at first base, number 3, Trace Barnes.
So Trace Barnes will come in to pinch run for Clever here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch swung on in a pop fly. Who's going to get it? Looks like the shortstop has it for out number 2. It looks like run scores, and now it is 14-2. Conway, as Coach Clay Blue will come on out and make a pitching change. Looks like this will be it for him. Conway so far has scored at least 11 runs today. Crane scored 7 as they were shut out in the first game. Clever now, they have scored 24 runs now. They need just 3 more runs to score if they want a 15-run rule Conway. Let me tell you, it's been quite warm today. Temperatures were in the upper 80s today. 80. Let's see if I can get the 84 now. So yeah, temperatures were at or near 90 here in the area. 88 degrees outside. And you know when it's warm, that means the ball That means a lot of base hits are going to happen whenever it's
Now batting for the Blue Jays.
in the upper 80s.
Third baseman, number 16, Landon Flood.
Landon Flood will be the man at the plate after, I believe that was an RBI. Let's see if I can recap the scoring, which was what, an error? Or an RBI ground out?
I don't remember.
I'll say RBI ground out. So after the RBI ground out, it's now Landon Flood to keep the game going. Already one out.
Fly ball to between left and center that dropped for a base hit. There's only one out.
It was a single.
Yeah, single.
So a single for Owen Hall. Landon Flood comes in. Single, struck out and grounded out his last 2 plate appearances. Throw down to first. Gets him on the strikeout. And it's going to be now Trevor Doolin to come to the plate. He started everything off with a single. Started off the 4th inning with a single. He also scored a run on a ground out.
Catcher, number 20, senior, Trevor Doolin.
He was also hit by a pitch and, once again, singled to start the 4th inning of play. The pitch outside, and it's going to be
Ball one.
ball 1. See if I can look at the score. It is 14-2, still in favor of Clever. Swung on, and that is going to be a fly ball. Who's going to catch it? The second baseman won't make the play. It's now going to be 15-2 Clever here in the bottom half of the 4th inning of play. So another RBI single.
Courtesy runner, number 17, Curtis Rubel. Now batting for the Blue Jays, left fielder,
It's going to be Hayden
number
Camp.
5, senior, Hayden Camp.
2 more runs to score for Clever. Curtis Rubel is on the bases. So 2 more runs and this game will be over in the 4th. This game's moving on at a pretty good clip. Story of this game, of course, was that 5-run first inning that Clever had. Then they scored, I believe they scored 4 in the second. I believe 2 in the third. They so far have scored, oh my goodness, what, 6 in the 4th now? First pitch to Camp. It's going to be a strike. Seven so far have scored in the 4th inning.
9-2.
So it's now 16-2 in favor of Conway. So 1 more run to score. Clever. So 1 more run to score for Clever, and this game will end in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ball gets away. There goes Rubel. He will stop there at second base. As you know, this Clever team came out swinging. 27 runs were scored in each of the 3 games that were played. Peyton Camp once again at the plate. If he can score, as Rubel is 90 feet away, so the potential winning run is 90 feet away. This is going to drop in for a base hit. This is going to end the ball game here in Clever. Final score, Clever 17, Conway 2. After Conway scored 11 runs in this day, throughout the day, Clever scoring 27 now.
That's your ball game.
Team interviews coming up momentarily. So stick around, everybody. Looks like my mama came in clutch, brought me some Sonic. I could also say thank goodness that I kind of wish the score or the concession stand was open today, but oh well. Flea bug.
Okay.
What you getting?
They're coming up to do their thing.
Okay. How you doing?
Good.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so we'll do our managers first.
Okay.
There's those two. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have our boys next. I don't care what order you do the boys.
Okay.
And you can just start it out by saying we're going to recognize our seniors of the class of 2023, and then you start with that. And then after you do all the names, we just wrote them a little letter, and you can read the letter to them.
Awesome.
That sound good?
Yep.
All right. And these are all their gifts, I think.
Uh,
Oh, yeah. Soccer.
Oh, soccer.
Yep. I said the same thing. I was like, man, I don't know. Evan. Go take these down into the bag. Thank you. Everything good?
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. And I'll go give you a thumbs up when we're ready.
Okay. Here.
Been a long day.
Yes, it has.
Oh, he probably needs those flowers. Doesn't he?
What's up? Oh yeah. Unfortunately, I wish Crane would have won the second game.
Yeah, I know. It was close.
Yeah, they gave Conway a good game.
Please join me as we take a few minutes to honor our 2023 baseball managers and players. First off, senior Katie Gilmore. Katie's parents are Dwight and Lisa Gilmore. Katie is involved in activities of cheerleading, student council, and Future Teachers of America. Katie's favorite sport moment is being able to learn why baseball meant so much to her brothers. After graduation, Katie plans to attend Missouri State University to major in elementary education. Our second manager, senior Mackenzie Garcia. Mackenzie's parents, Rebecca Garcia, and with her is her brother, assistant coach Cameron Garcia. Mackenzie's favorite sport moment is growing up at the baseball field while watching her brothers play. After graduation, Mackenzie will be attending cosmetology school. Now to our senior baseball players. First off, senior Colton Adkins. Colton's parents are James and Kimberly Adkins. Colton is involved in FBLA basketball, football, and soccer. Colton's favorite moment is hitting the walk-off against Monette. After graduation, Colton is planning to attend Evangel University to play soccer and study in accounting. Our next senior is senior Trevor Doolin. Parents, Jason and Diane Doolin. Trevor's favorite baseball moment is run ruling Stratford. After graduation, Trevor plans to work in construction. Our next senior is senior Carter Winger. Parents Kyle and Carrie Winger. Carter is also involved in football. Carter's favorite sport moment is breaking the single game strikeout record in a 14-inning win over Billings his junior year. After graduation, Carter is planning to attend Missouri State and major in business. Our final senior is senior Hayden Camp. Parents Adam and Sarah Camp. Activities that Hayden is involved in is being an A+. Hayden's favorite baseball moment is being a part of a 3 walk-off win in 1 week. After graduation, Hayden plans to play baseball at Baptist Bible College and get a business degree. Please give these seniors a round of applause. We now have a few words from the coaches. First off, to Katie and Mackenzie. Thank you for your hard work and dedication this season. I don't think people understand how important you are for our baseball program. Your hard work does not go unnoticed by our coaching staff and players. We look forward to watching you grow as you all take your next step in life. Thank you again, and if you ever need anything, please reach out. Now, words for the senior boys. Thank you, boys, for this great baseball season. It can be tough when a new coach comes in your senior year. You all did not let that impact you, and you bought in immediately. You guys probably do not realize the impact that you have had on our baseball program. You have set a high standard for classes that come through after you. Senior Day is always such a bittersweet moment. You get to enjoy and reflect on all the moments that you have had in your baseball career, but also realize that these moments with this group of guys are coming to an end as well. The laughs, the tears, the wins, the losses, all have helped shape you of who you are today, which is an amazing group of young men. Being able to lead you for the last year of your high school career has been a blessing and one of the most fun years of baseball that I have ever had. As much of a blessing as it has been to be your coach, it's been even bit better watching you develop into the great young men that you are. As good of baseball players you are, it still doesn't come close to the kind of people you are. I just want to say thank you, and I look forward to watching you move forward into the next chapter of your lives and watching you excel in the world as hard workers, great husbands, and great fathers. Let's keep this season going as long as we can. Coach Cobb. Thank you, seniors, for everything that you have contributed to this program. We all appreciate it very much. See you, buddy.
See you. usually do when I do player interviews. I do them together.
Okay.
Okay, we can do that. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go first between you guys and Cobb.
Let me go first so I can go work.
Okay.
It's not as windy. Okay.
Am I supposed to start here?
Yeah, perfect. Well, I can't see you. You're not in the frame.
Gotta get here.
Yeah,
You
you're
open
good.
this?
Okay.
Okay.
It's an Andy's gift card, bro.
That'd be like perfect. It's Andy's, we're going to Andy's.
Welcome back to Clever High School. I'm here with the head coach of the Clever Blue Jays, Coach Brandon Cobb. After those 2 run roll wins against Crane and Conway, 10-0 against Crane, 17-2 against Conway. Coach Cobb, going into those 2 games against Crane and Conway, what was your philosophy that you had going into this game?
Well, we wanted to get back on the right track. We were on a 4-game losing streak, not playing our best baseball. So our just goal was just play clean, good baseball. So that was our philosophy going in, and it worked out for us.
It did work out for you guys. Colton Adkins and Hayden Camp were 2 of the big guys that got some hits. Of course, Colton Adkins had a 2-2-run base hits from singles, and then Hayden Camp had a couple base hits hit by a a single, and I got Richon Harris, and a single, and also had some couple hits against Crane. So, what were they usually looking for at the plate?
So we want them to attack fastballs if they can, get in hitters' counts, and be aggressive. But we just wanted them. Our focus is middle, not get out in front, not to be too far behind, but just drive the ball gap to gap. And I think they do a very good job of that.
Drive the ball gap to gap. And now talk about your pitching. Peyton Guccione, along with Braden Birch, and I think who else you guys brought in against
Lane
Mendenhall. Talk about your pitching. What did they do to get those strikeouts and get outs in the field?
So Peyton Guccione, it was his first start of the year actually. He'd been injured and he'd kind of been rehabbing and getting back, and he'd been throwing really, really good in JV. So we gave him the opportunity to start, and he attacked the zone, did well. We played good defense behind him. He was a little nervous at the beginning, walked a few, but he kind of battled his way through that, battled out of that bases loaded situation, and rolled that double play. So that was good for him. Then we brought Lane in. Lane, we're kind of trying to get back on the right track. He struggled a little bit the last couple outings, so we're going to give him a good taste in his mouth. And then Verge, that was honestly the sharpest I've probably seen him all year. They hit that double off of him, that was good, but breaking stuff was working, changeup was working, fastball was moving a bunch, so that was good to see for sure.
Good to see for sure. Now, Morrisville coming up this week before district. So what's it going to be if you guys want to get another win against Morrisville?
They're like 20-5. They got a really good ace on the mound. They got other good arms too. So we're going to have to come focused and ready to play. We're going to have to keep the same approach at the plate. We're going to have to play good, clean baseball and have a lot of focus.
Your opponent, what did you have to say to both Coach Clay Stump and Coach Clay Blue from both Crane and Conway? What would your words be to both coaches from both Crane and Conway?
They just run really good, successful programs. They do it the right way. They have their kids playing the right way, and it's always good to compete against people like that.
Appreciate the time, Coach Cobb. Congratulations on those 2 wins against both Crane and Conway. Hey, let's go get Morrisville, see what they can bring, and see if you guys can get a win against Morrisville this week.
Thank you very much.
That was Coach Brandon Cobb. Now he's going to be joined by 2 of the Clever seniors, both Hayden Camp and Colton Adkins. After that, those 2 17-2 wins against Crane and a 10-0 win against Crane and a 17-2 win against Conway. Pardon me. In this game. So boys, going into this game, what was the philosophy? What was the chemistry that you guys had going into both games against Crane and Conway?
Well, we've been on kind of a little losing streak here recently, so we really just wanted to kind of get our energy and get our fire back, and we definitely did that today. We just came out ready to play.
Yeah, we came locked in and ready to play. Played clever baseball.
Clever baseball, locked in, ready to play. And now, you guys didn't allow a run against Crane. You gave up 2 against Conway. You guys watched that Crane-Conway game, which that game was getting pretty close. Crane pretty much had the lead throughout most of the game. What did you guys see when you guys watched Conway take on Crane?
Well, they were down and they came back, and that could have easily happened to us that game. So they played really good and just started hitting the ball, so we just had to be on our toes.
Yep, it was a roller coaster of a game. Conway coming back so late, and we had to be ready to play because they had momentum from that previous game coming into ours. So.
Yep.
They did have that momentum coming into that previous game against Crane. That was a final score of 9-7. Conway taking that win. And now going into this game, you Hayden, you had reached on an error. You flew out to the center fielder, and you had, I believe, 2 singles in this game. Colton, you had two run singles in this game. So at the plate, what were you guys looking for? What kind of pitches were you looking to see?
Just try to attack the fastball whenever you can. Just have a good approach.
Right. Try not to get too far behind in the count, and try to battle if you do. So, fastballs, 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 from gap to gap. That's what we look for.
Fastballs, fastballs, and from gap to gap. Now Morrisville's coming to town. I believe that's on Monday. I believe.
Yeah.
Monday. Morrisville comes to town. Jason Gross and the Morrisville Panthers. What's going to be if you guys want to keep the win streak alive after snapping your 4-game losing streak? When you guys take on Morrisville on Monday.
I'd say staying locked in at practice for the next couple of days and being strong and locked in and ready for them.
Yep, and they beat us last year, and it was a good game, so they're next up on the revenge tour.
If there are any final words you had to say to Coach Clay Stump of the Crane Pirates and Coach Clay Blue of the Conway Bears, what would your words be to both coaches from both Crane and Conway?
Like Cobb said, they both run good programs.
They make great athletes, and they're very nice, very sportsmanlike. So,
Yep.
always fun to play against them.
Yes.
Appreciate the time, boys. Congratulations on those wins against Crane and Conway. Monday's going to be, once again, Morrisville's coming to town. Hey, let's go get a couple wins when you guys take on Morrisville
Right.
Yes,
and
sir.
and Morrisville.
Yeah. Yep.
Colton Atkins and Hayden Camp, as that will end our 3 live streams for tonight. We hope you enjoyed our live stream. Sorry about the technical difficulties during the top of the 4th inning of our final game. For one final time for the spring, I'm Adam Smith from the Ozark Sports Report saying so long, everybody, from Clever High School, and we hope to see you with a couple summer baseball streams coming up. Have a good night, everybody. We will see you back here on May 30th when we will kick off summer baseball here on Ozark's Sports Report.